Hello everybody, welcome to this today's video on vision, mission and objective. We need to understand what is the vision, what is the mission and objective thereby, and how do we proceed as the cases might be. Remember, strategic management, the interrelationship. I would love to draw a relationship between what is vision and mission and how to disintegrate with one of them. The objective, the goals and the target. It seems almost or it sounds almost synonymous. Strategic management involves the formulation and implementation of major goals, major initiative taken by organizations top management on behalf of the owners. It is based on the consideration of resources and an assessment of internal external environment in which the organization competes. A critical aspect of strategic management is interrelationship between vision, mission, objective, goals, and target. Remember, vision is an overall understanding. It's a very long-term vision. You paint a picture, then comes the mission and how to achieve those pictures, how to achieve those goals. Once you have understood the mission, can you break it down to smaller objectives, smaller goals, and day-to-day targets per se? And that is what the difference is all about it. The interrelationship, the foundation of the corporate strategies revolves around mission and vision, serving as a pivotal points for strategic orientation, vision and mission along with objectives, goals and target through often used interchangeably, hold distinct meaning within corporate literature. The perception of these terms varies, influencing strategic directions significantly as on when on basis. Absolutely must. For instance, Fred David emphasizes the intervening nature of vision and mission in defining our organization long-term aspiration. Remember the word that I stressed was long. Target markets, operational focus. Bert Nano's differentiated vision as an organization future direction with the current purpose and outline in the mission per se. And that is what we are looking to it. Giving you an example for the Tata Group. The Tata Group's vision and mission illustrates its strategic focus on leadership in sectors it operates, and commitment to the customer satisfaction and innovation is impeccable, irrefutable, and undyingly concrete enough. They will not shift. They are focused or they are committed to customer satisfaction and innovation per se. And that is what the vision and mission is all about here. So let me give you the vision, mission, objective, goals, target, sequence of formulation. Remember, I've already stated, so the vision is the broader picture that goes around it, the formulation. The broader picture that we paint and the mission is how do we achieve those objectives. It goes down. From mission, it goes to the smaller objective, the breakpoints, the milestone in terms of goals and the target. So yes, this is what the formulation is all about it. But if you have to go around the approaches, which if it is a small targets, it leads to the bigger goals, which further leads to the objectives and the mission that we go across it. We are doing nothing but probably achieving our vision altogether, and that is the crux for it, as the case might be. Our vision statement outlines the organization's long-term aspiration, guiding its strategic path. It encapsulates the desired future state, combining core ideologies and envisioned future, motivating and aligning organization effort per se. Now, what are we looking in terms of continuity and change? In visionary companies, there is something called preserve and there is something called change. One is you trying to maintain the status quo, the other one you are trying to change the status quo and probably evolving yourself. And that is what you're looking into it. So, what do you preserve? The core values, the core purpose. What do you change? The cultural and operational practices. What do you change? The specific goals and strategies. What do you change? The probable timelines that needs to be done around it. So, preserve the core values and purposes. Change the cultural, operational practices, even specific goals and strategies to a certain extent. Articulating of the vision in terms of core ideologies, we need to go around it from the core ideologies. They should be transforming into the envisioned future, the flourishing future that we have seen or predicted or probably aspired to go around it. The core values should be there as the 10 to 30 year BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal, if I may say so. Bhag. And then that is what goes around with the core purpose as the vivid description that comes around in and around. Example is Google. Google vision to organize the world information and make it universally acceptable, accessible, useful, demonstration, clear, ambitious future state drives this strategic initiative. and innovativeness, as the case might be. Remember, this is what Google does. Its vision was to visualize everything, the world's information, sequence them, and probably made it accessible to the common masses. Shows a clear, ambitious future state driving strategic initiative and innovativeness. The mission? Our mission statement defines the organization's current purpose, setting it apart from the others. It clarifies the organization's scope, the target market, the core value, serving as a framework of strategic formulation and evaluation per se. Example is Amazon out here. Yes, Amazon missions to be our most customer-centric company reflects its broad, ambitious, and commitment to serving those diverse customers as on when on basis we go around here. Translating mission and to reality. Now, this is one thing which we need to understand. What was there in my ambit of my thoughts or in my amygdala? What I was thinking around it was my mission, and now we want to transform into the physical space or where I can sense, feel, touch, or probably even see the things. This is what translation mission into reality is all about it. Allow me to give an example of Aravind efficiency. Aravind is an eye hospital that goes around it, which allows its paying patient to subsidize for non-paying patients altogether. When I say non-paying, they are completely free, while still paying far less than that would have been paying in other hospitals. So paying patients are paying for non-paying patients, but still are paying less than the other hospitals in India. In Indian hospitals, each year, Aravind does approximately 60% of the surgeries, as in United Kingdom's National Health Scheme system is all about it. Remember, NHS, the National Health System is one of the most prominent health system across the world at 1,000th of their cost. It runs hospitals in other parts of India also with partners. So far, about 300 hospitals in India and other countries are using Aravind models. All are essentially an eye hospital. Some share Arvind's local mission, social mission. Some simply wants to copy and operate more efficiently. Now let me give you how do they do it. Let's say the challenges. We'll go about the challenges, setting objective, objective, the strategies for operating and the outcome thereby. First of the challenge is poor patient cannot pay. Absolutely, they don't have the money. So what do we do? The strategic objective is to reduce the cost, to drive the cost down, render free treatment to the poor. Operating objective is all about reducing fixed cost and reducing variable cost as on when on basis. This is what we are looking into it. Operating expenses is all about reducing fixed cost and variable cost. Operating strategies is re-engineering the operating room if possibly can go forgo the outsourced product altogether and probably produce in-house. That is about your own production of critical outcome. Now, what does this mean? This means there is the operating room productivity which has increased to 6 to 8 times. Then the lens. This is a lens that I talk about is lens which is available for $2 against $70 when procured from outside. That is what we are looking into it. The next challenge is most patients are negligent or probably not aware of how their eye needs care. Eye care service is absolutely inaccessible. The patient education has to be done, strategic objective. Accessibility to eye care has to be made there. Operating objective would be establishing a system for patient education and providing accessibility. Operating strategies, active community involvement, screening camps, IT enabled services, and that is where we go for substantial increase in the number of patients. Now, why we look into it? What does it relate to? What does these two problems relate to? It means keeping enhanced with the capacity to treat the larger population, and that is what we are trying to go around it. Strategic objectives remain to expand the hospitals, have more into it. We are talking about volumes. Volume can drive down cost altogether. It's of economic order quantity principle. Generate surplus fund to new hospitals. The operating expenses is all about it. Dual pricing and cross subsidization, with means essentially increased number of hospital. Majority of the patients are treated absolutely free or at a minimal of a cost. So objective goals and targets is objects are foundation guides to the organizational strategies. They are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable, they are relevant, and essentially time bound. The SMART objective, if I may say so. Goals are intermediate results aimed within the strategic plans, while targets are specific goals set to achieve the strategic objective thereby. Example is Samsung. Samsung objectives for technological changes, innovations, and the market growth that goes around here, and that is what we need to go forward towards it. For product development and customer reach showcases its focuses and strategic objective as the case might be. And how do we go across with it? It is all about the importance of objective. Objective legitimizes an organization existence. Objective is the reason why the organization's existence comes into the fore, providing direction, facilitating strategic planning, serving as a basis for performance evaluation, and ensuring effective management and coordination within the organization. That is what we are looking forward to as and when on basis. Guidelines for ideal objectives. Objectives should be participative. Everybody from top to the bottom of the company should be aware of what the objective is all about. It should be very clear. It should be realistic. At the same time, it should be flexible. You cannot be fixated on an objective. Why? Because the environment demand changes, the customer preferences changes. So you need to be there. You should be consistent with your services. You should be ranked. You should be verifiable, balanced. They must be aligned with strategic visions, mission, and adaptability of the environmental changes. Factors affecting objectives. Objectives are influenced by environmental forces, internal dynamics, the value system of the top executive per se. This necessitates the strategic approaches that balances these factors to ensure alignment with the missions, the organizational missions and the vision thereby. And how do we come across with it? The hierarchy of classification. Objectives follows a hierarchical structure from the corporate vision to the specific target. Remember, vision, mission, objectives, goals, targets is what we are looking into it with a classification that distinguishes between economic and social objective. The highlight that needs for the balanced approach to strategic planning, ensuring alignment across organization level. Let me give you the objectives, or the hierarchy of the objective, which I've already stated with you. Remember, the promoter's vision and values is main thing, the stakeholders' expectation, the environmental factors that needs to be taken into consideration. Here is your mission, which translates into a corporate vision, probably then becomes the objectives. It becomes a strategic basic objectives always SBU objective, and then becomes a departmental objectives or the functional objective as the case might be. This is one, and the other things that comes around it. Allow me to give you the economic objective and social objective. Let us address them one by one and compare them. Economic objectives are primarily concerned with the economic health of the enterprise, money power. Social objectives are concerned with the needs and the welfare of the society, the quality of the product that we are looking into, the requirements of the society, whether you are catering or not. Economic objectives serves as an economic motive of the stockholder, as in the pricing power, right? But what about the social objective? It is all about the interest of the society. Does the society requires it? Does the society wants it? Does the society demand it? Demands the product or services. Economic objectives are mostly enterprises oriented, company oriented, enterprises centered, company centered, but social objectives are not. It is society oriented, social oriented. Economic objectives are important both for short term and a long term goal. But perspective of social objectives evergreen throughout. It will be there as long as human beings are there, species are there. Achievement of economic objective is necessary for the survival, for the growth of an organization, but social objectives justify that growth. Social objectives will justify that survival. Social objective is essential for the enterprise to sustain over a longer period of time. Achievement of economic objective is necessary for effective discharge of company's objective, as the case might be. Social objectives justify what has been done and how it has been done, where it can be done altogether. What are we looking at as far as economic objective? There is a there is a general agreement as to what constitutes an economic objective. What we are looking into it, the general agreement is what? It is all related to money, economy, finances. Social objectives are differences of opinion as to what constitutes a social objective. Let us look at the economic objectives. Remember, economic objective tangible. We can look about $1 trillion, $5 trillion, $1 billion, $60 billion. Several social objectives are not tangible. Absolutely, your health is not tangible. You need to keep it across. Your education need not be tangible. So yes, we are talking about economic objective all by themselves. Many of them benefit the society. Some of the social objectives reinforces the achievement of economic objective altogether. Economic objectives are cardinal, absolutely cardinal, but social objectives are almost ordinal. Economic objectives are basic objectives, whereas economic objectives provide the basis for the social objective. Without economic objective, social objective doesn't flourishes. Economic objectives are very clear, very definite, can be understood. Social objectives may have some fine points in between and may have some intricacies. So we need to understand the objectives, top down or bottom up. How do we set up the objective? Should it be top down or should it be bottom up, as the case might be? Effective objective setting involves both top down and bottom up approaches. Ensuring organizational alignment while incorporating insights from all tiers of the organization, as the case might be. Just to sum up, understand the interrelationship among the visions around here. Mission, objective, goals, target is crucial in strategic management. It ensures that the strategic innovativeness are aligned with the long-term applications, aspirations, and operational needs. Focuses thereby through example and case studies of companies like Tata Group, which I spoke in, Google that has said, Samsung that have provided, Amazon that have given to you. We see how these elements of strategic management are applied in practice and drive organizational growth and success thereby. With this, I come to an end of this session. Thank you for watching this video till the end.